Hey everybody.
Hey everybody, it's we're gonna be doing something different today. I think this is like the first time we've ever done like one of these tier lists. Right now we're gonna be ranking the singing careers of well, first let me preface it with this. Me and Tony are both like fans of combat sports. Obviously, as you've probably seen some of our commentary videos on our channel. And so the thing about combat sports is not only is it exciting when you watch it like the actual sport, but the personalities behind it are what make it exciting too because um one thing about boxers, MMA fighters, kickboxers is that they tend to be uh extreme people, which also means that they're kind of funny. Um obviously because like if you get paid in for getting your head punched in, you kind of have to be a weird person. um but that being said, so a lot of these boxers uh are usually very they kind of don't like boxing for a long time, and it's not something you can do for a very long time, so
It's a
they tend to
sport
branch out.
that they did because they didn't know how to do anything else, or the other thing fell
Pretty
through.
much.
You know what I mean? A lot of boxers they want to be
some
rappers. They're gonna do
Sometimes they
boxing.
do, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they can't do it forever, so they try to branch out. And usually, a lot of the times, what they pick is either acting, um, coaching, which is the more realistic one, or they go into music. And so that's what we're going to be looking at today. So this is, we like to call these sports-based um, videos and podcasts. We like to call it either Sportsophenicast or Schizophrenic Sports. And so today we're going to be ranking the music careers of various boxers. And so
Oh, which
we're
there
going to be
are a
putting,
good amount, surprisingly.
yeah, surprisingly enough,
You'd
yeah.
be.
Some of them you might know, some of them you might not. Tony,
Mm-hmm.
you got anything to say about this? Like before
I
we
don't know
start?
why boxers all want to be singers. It's so
I don't
freaking
know
strange to
either.
me, but it's like I don't know. Did they want to be singers first? Did they sing like karaoke and somebody's like, "Hey, you're pretty good." And since they have a lot of money, they're like, "Oh, I'll just buy a recording studio or something." I have no
Something
idea what gets them to do this. It's so crazy.
I think it's an ego thing because to be like a fighter, um, you have to have like a really weird sense of like self. You need to be like super confident, and I think performing in front of people like singing, because if you've ever like um performed music in front of people, it's really 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 embarrassing sometimes. So you need
Mm.
to have like a really high level of confidence for both things, I think. So so that's why I think they tend to like gravitate towards that. um but yeah, so I guess I'll break down how we're going to be doing this. So, as you can see on my list here, I set it up to the S tier, which is like a super good, um, like notable career.
Notable
Um,
singing career,
we
yeah.
got yeah. Well, we're gonna be saying music for this one, music career. Um, and because not everybody sings. Not
Mm-hmm.
everybody's like what is it called? Not everybody's doing
Ballads
like
and
rock music or anything
yeah.
like that. Yeah, exactly. Um, so we got good, which means like maybe like a possible like maybe if you
People
listen
bought it.
to it on your own. Yeah, people bought it, but if you listen to it on your own, maybe you might like it. Bad, which is just like why are
The
they
ma-
even doing
the
this?
majority of them, I'm sure. I don't know anything about
Yeah.
this. I don't know anything about boxing singing careers. Music is more your thing.
Huh.
So I'm gonna for me, I'm gonna assume that most of them are gonna be in the bad and cringe.
Well, I mean, a lot of
That's my
people
guess for the episode.
like anytime you see a celebrity like branching out into music, it's usually shit. So I don't blame you for thinking that or
Yeah,
like
not
going in
everybody
there
can
with that.
be Obi-Wan Kenobi or whatever with his like successful band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Ewan McGregor
Um,
has an actual successful band.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, there's only a couple people like what's her name? That chick from Greece. She was like a one-hit wonder.
Ooh, what's his name?
Um,
I think what's his face is probably the biggest like the most popular example. The 30 Seconds to Mars, Jared Leto.
oh yeah, Jared Leto. Yeah, he's got a decent career. I mean, you could probably say that maybe he's like one or two hit wonder,
Mm-hmm.
but and then you could probably say that about his
His
acting
acting
career
career.
too. But
Yeah, seriously.
very few people are able to branch off into two different, like completely different forms of entertainment, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
or professions. So yeah, so most you might be right that a lot of them are gonna go into the bad category, and then there's cringe, which I was debating whether to make cringe the S tier, like do this upside down, because the cringe ones are the most fun to me. So uh, yeah, so I guess like you might see some people doubling up on that, but okay, so let's get into it. So first up, let's see what we got here. Let's not look at those real quick. And we got oh boy.
Who are we starting with?
Um pause it real quick. Can you pause?
Pause what?
Um the recording real quick. Can you
No.
pause it? Fuck. Okay. So we got Tyron Woodley coming off the start. So let me get a picture of him up real quick. Oh boy. Let me just leave this shit right here.
It's a Shiba service station.
Yeah, so our boy Tyron.
Yeah.
There he is.
Ty Quill.
Tyron Woodley. So Tyron Woodley, as most people like in the MMA community know, he does have a rapping career or like claims to have a rapping career. Um and that's where the meme of like his that song like falling in and out of love with you. Um so we don't know like why he started his rapping career and whatnot, but so I've set up this the a history of his career, and with a little bit of the commentary of the songs that I and some of my opinions on them. So Tyron Woodley started off in 2019 with a song called "Money and Love." It was like a single that he released on like an independent label,
His
and
own label, or
it's no, it was like some random like independent thing that picked him up or whatever once they found when I think this was like around the time that he was champion.
oh yeah,
Um
yeah.
and so he what is it called? So I listened to the song and it's what you'd think it would be, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
It's generic, boring trap music. You know the kind that you would hear like some dude what the kids listen to are like right now.
Yeah, where the guys are
Um
like mumbling, they're like, and then they have a singing part where they're like, and then I went to the store, went
yeah, and
to the
it's
store,
and the
you know.
rapping exactly. And then like the rapping is just as like the lyrics are just as bad as you would think they would be. Um and so he like released that like I watched I looked at the YouTube video that's uploaded on his YouTube channel and it's only got like 20,000 views on it. So for like so like for like a well-known like champion, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Um and so so that came and went. Um then he started a I guess he realized that he wasn't like doing well on his own, so he started like collaborating with other dudes, and he started a like a rap group called Archangels.
Oh, that's
And
lame.
yeah, I know.
Man, that's lame.
Yeah, and so he had like a couple of like unknown rappers like helping him out and shit. And so he uh he made a song called Slide with them.
Hmm.
And Slide is like a southern style rap song with like auto-tuned vocals.
Yeah, like T
Um
Pain, let's say, like
it,
a T Pain song.
something like that, yeah. And it's funny because it's like I can tell why Tyron got the other dudes because he barely says anything on the song. Like he lets the other dudes do the work, and he's got maybe like 3 lines in the whole song, and the song's like 3 minutes long.
Hmm.
Um, so the other dudes are like doing the heavy lifting. Um, Tyron is a lazy ass. This song only had 36,000 views on it on his YouTube channel. And it was like he put that one out in 2019 also. So like 3 years ago, and it barely got any views. Um, and so he made another song with Archangels called Deadass. Um, and Deadass did a little bit better. It got 56K views,
Hmm.
and I'm pretty sure the only reason it got that many was because it has the term deadass in it, and deadass is a popular search term because like kids use it for like being serious. Um, on this one, like it's like super boring, like just generic rap. For like anybody listening, I'm not a fan of rap music, so this was hard for me to get through. Uh, and so like what was notable about this song, Deadass, was that Tyron Woodley starts his verse by saying, "I'm the king of the loo."
The King of the Lou. Oh, I know what he
Yeah,
means. Yeah, he's the
like
King of
like the
St.
toilet.
Louis. Oh,
Oh, is that what he means?
he's from St.
I
Louis.
thought he was talking about I thought he was talking about the toilet.
No. Good thing I was
It's
here.
like
Good thing.
he has like the dude wipes. He has like his dude wipes. I think he's like a partner in that. So I thought he was talking about like
I don't.
using the bathroom or something like that.
People from St. Louis call St. Louis the Lou, which is an appropriate name for it because it is shit.
So yeah, no, he's from St. Louis.
Hmm.
So like in my notes here, I was all like cringe, like the toilet, cringe. Is he obsessed with his digestion? He also also dude wipes. What is he talking about? So thanks for clearing that up. So yeah, dead ass. And also the song is called Dead Ass. So maybe it's just all those factors that made me think that he
He
was
had to
like
go to the
talking about
bathroom
taking a
really
dump.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. um, so this Archangel's like arc or like partnership lasted for a really long time. He's probably still part of it. Because they have another song called Insanity. It was featuring a rapper called Knuckles. This one
Ooh,
got 34K views.
you
Sorry, what?
found in Knuckles.
No, I wish it was. It would have been better. Because like right here I wrote boring, lame, generic. Um, he called oh, I'm sorry, he's from Ferguson, Missouri. He's not from St. Louis.
Oh,
Cuz
really?
in the song he called Ferguson Fergistan, like Afghanistan.
Hmm.
Ferguson.
Wait, are you sure he's from
Um
Ferguson?
yeah, I believe so.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Because he's billed from
Um
St. Louis, so I thought he was from St. Louis.
he might be fighting out of St. Louis, but I remember when I was researching this that Ferguson really popped out in my mind. Or I remember Ferguson being like his place of birth or whatever.
Oh, okay, that makes
Um
more sense. Well, I mean, it
if
would make
there's
sense either way.
if there's any corrections, just put them in the comments, guys. So um I was like by this time I was like I have to listen to this for the video. That's how bad I hated Insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Um because it was like I was just like listening to so much rap for this video that I was just like, "Oh my God, I'm tired of this." Um. So yeah. So that was that song, and then here's where it gets like kind of weird. So I'm sure people saw the dude while I was looking for a picture of Tyron. He made a song with this like random kid, and the song is called Edward Scissorhands. The kid that he made it with is his name is Skywalker.
Oh,
Um,
cringe. That's lame,
yeah,
dude.
exactly.
That's
Yeah, well, it's
lame.
like more. It's more of like a what is it called? It's more like a because before it was like Southern style rap was what he was doing, like more hardcore stuff. Um, and uh, but this one is more like something you would hear on like a poppy kind of radio station, like Tyler the Creator, I guess. Put a note here like Trippy Red, those kind of guys. Which,
Yeah.
by the way, I didn't know. I knew of these guys. I didn't know what they sounded like before I did this video. Um, so so what's super notable about this is not just the song is all right, I guess, because like most of the stuff that I was listening to from Tyron Woodley was just fucking bad. Um, what's notable about the song is that Skywalker is walking around dressed like Edward Scissorhands. So I'm gonna put that up on the screen right now. Tony, can you see that?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he's
can
like
see
dressed
that.
like Edward
Good
Scissorhands, and
God.
like it's got like this
Horrible.
shitty like green screen background, and I'm gonna play it. They do it in his house. I'm pretty sure this is like Skywalker's house. Like this is up in the
Oh
hills.
damn,
Look,
his
here's
sister's
his
hot.
like. I was gonna say, yeah, his sister's got a blonde wig, like what's her name? Winona Ryder in the in Edward Scissorhands, the movie, and like he's just like walking around dressed in this shitty like spirit Halloween costume
Yeah.
around his house.
The-
Um,
yeah. 10, 10
and
second
so like
interval. Wait. 10-second interval? Wait. If you're not playing sound, it doesn't matter, right? All right.
I don't think so. But here comes Tyron Woodley, and Tyron Woodley's like at least dressed decently. They gave him a good background and stuff like that. But his lines in the song are like maybe two lines out of the whole thing. I don't know who paid who
Dude,
to be in this music
he's
video,
just like
but
Windy City Heat, dude. He's just like
yeah.
Perry Caravello, dude. Look at him.
Yeah. I don't know what he's Tyron Woodley is like lame. I don't know. There's just something he doesn't know what cool is, I guess. He doesn't know what's like popular. Oh, I think he's supposed to be dressed. Honestly, I think he's supposed to be dressed like Freddy Krueger in this because he's got like a striped t-shirt on underneath that. Like he's in like a boiler room.
Okay. Well, he looks like Windy
Yeah,
City
he's
Heat.
yeah. So, um, yeah. So like the music video's production value is pretty shit. Um, and like the music video is just this. It's just like this dude walking around his house. Like this part made me laugh. I don't know why, but like him just like pointing at us and just walking away.
Yeah, his sister.
He's just like fuck you. Um, but yeah, that what is it called? That's that song. Don't I tried looking up more information on Skywalker, and he's like really hard to find. Like this is the most notable this is the most notable thing that he's done. You could see that the girl, you could see her face. She's like, I don't know what I'm doing right now. Like um
Yeah.
so it's the most notable thing that Skywalker has done, and I haven't seen him since that.
Yeah.
So the cringe
Skywalker, if
must
you're
have
out there
like
listening, you give me your sister's number, dude. She's cute.
uh, Rule 34, the Skywalker sister, or whatever. Skywalker, if you're out there, please let me interview you for the pod. I swear to God, I won't make fun of you. Please let me interview you for the podcast. Please. Okay, so that's the end of that. Yeah, so that was Skywalker. Whoops. Let's not look at that yet.
No, Mr. Cal.
Okay, so go back
Where,
to Tyron Woodley.
where are you putting Tyrone?
There he is. Hold on a sec. I'm not done yet. We still got a couple more things
God
to go.
damn.
He's had a long career, bro.
I
So,
guess
like-
so.
Okay, so after Skywalker, all right. Now we're gonna get into the more notable things because this involves Jake Paul. So do you remember when Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley were having the face off, and then Tyron Woodley started chanting "I'll beat your ass"?
Uh,
Right?
yeah. I no, I don't actually.
Well, leading up to their first fight, like Tyron Woodley, they were like Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley were getting in each other's face and like what is it called? Uh, talking a bunch of shit. And Tyron
Yeah,
Woodley starts
as you
saying,
would do, when you're doing a face off.
yeah. So Tyron Woodley starts like chanting like, "Oh, I'll beat your ass" or whatever. And so it turns out that's a song that he was trying to promote during that. Um,
Oh,
yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, yeah. So Tyron Woodley is like, I think the thing is that like he's so money hungry that it causes an issue that it causes him to like make a fool of himself. Um, so I'll beat your ass is a song like a single that he put out, and it's probably the most popular song because of that he said it during the fight buildup. Um, and so I'll beat your ass is like his most decent song. Like that one's like at least listenable to if you're gonna go to the gym and shit. Um, regardless of what I've been saying about it before. I also wrote down in my notes, I'll eat your ass. I mean, I'll beat your ass. I mean, I'll eat your ass. Because he says that at some point, like I think in the in the lead up to the second fight.
Jesus.
Um, okay, so there's another so there's another song that he did. Uh, and this was a song that he did before anything else, but I thought I should end his segment on this. So,
Leela Nicole.
uh, uh, no. So what it
Amberlyn Reed.
is
When are we gonna talk about her? Have you noticed that
n-
Amberlyn Reed has a resurgence? Oh, sorry, I don't want to. Never mind. This is for our podcast. Listen, everybody, if you want to know about Amberlyn Reed's resurgence into YouTube popularity, listen to Schizophrenia Cast. Anyways, what were we saying?
yes, thank you. So so I guess before all of this, but I wanted to end his segment on this one. Um, he did a cover. Tyron Woodley did a cover of "Old Town Road" with Randy Couture
What?
at their gym.
Are you gonna
But
do Randy Couture's singing career after this?
no, Randy Couture does not. I think Randy Couture looks like he doesn't even want to be in this.
Oh
I don't know
man,
why he did this. C- um, maybe he was drunk. Maybe his
probably.
his OnlyFans career collapsed in on itself. Because he has an OnlyFans now. I don't know if
Really?
you know that. Hmm?
He only showed his wiener once. Like, did he have to make a fucking OnlyFans?
Um, yeah, I guess so. And it's probably not for women either. Um,
Yeah, I
he's
know.
desperate. We were talking about how like these dudes want to branch out into different careers and stuff, and how they're like extreme weirdos.
Yeah,
Um,
I know, but still, that's disappointing. You just watch. You grew up watching the guy, and it's like, here's my butthole, gay guys.
I think he says ladies on there. I think he's still trying to keep
Yeah,
up the
sure.
appearance or whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
so
the people that want to see a big hairy like guy, like
yeah,
grandpa.
exactly. Ugh. Um, so this song it's a parody of Old Town Road, which I said earlier. But the lyrics go, "Gonna take my gloves to the octagon, and I'm gonna fight till I can't no more." And the whole thing is auto-tuned. Um, and so like Tyron Woodley, they you can tell that they did this in like here's Randy Couture. Um, he's wearing like this shitty wig.
Oh
Uh,
no!
yeah, it's pretty.
Does he actually sing, or do they get a
Yeah,
singer?
he actually sings. It's super auto tuned.
Oh
While he's
man.
doing it,
Uh huh.
Tyron Woodley is like wearing these earrings and this cowboy hat. And I'm pretty sure they did the music video in like look they're like in a weird warehouse. I think it's in the office of Extreme Couture. So they're in the warehouse, and I think there's like outside of like the building that they're in. They
Mm-hmm.
just like made an impromptu um music video there. So there's Randy Couture again trying to hide his face. And so if you listen to this one, you'll understand why I put it above Skywalker and left it for the last one.
Wait, what happened with the
Yeah.
MAGA? I actually want to see what he said.
Oh God, I think I'm. Oh wait, here we go.
So what if I wear a
So I
red hat that says MAGA?
started Team Quest. I coached all my girls. Oh, that's another thing too. Look at this lyric. My girl's so damn young, they think she's been kidnapped.
Is this Randy Couture's call for help to find his missing
I
daughter?
don't know. Yeah. I don't
What
know.
is
Gonna
that?
take my gloves to the octagon. Want to fight till I
Oh,
can't. Okay, I'm not gonna start singing it because we'll get copyright struck. But yeah, so
is
that
his
exists.
daughter getting kidnapped hurt my stomach. Danny, can we watch your
No, his
favorite his butt chin twerk?
no, we can't
All right,
watch that.
fine.
You gotta, what is it called? We'll save that for the next one. Um, so that's the what is it called? Pretty much sums up this picture right here. Pretty much sums up Tyron Woodley's music career. Um, so where am I gonna place that one? Unfortunately, I did not get a picture of Tyron Woodley um to put on the tier list. I overlooked that. So I'm just gonna place because Tyron Woodley would definitely go in the cringe section. So yeah, so right now I'm just gonna show a picture of Tyron Woodley K mode. Oh, there's Tyron Woodley OD'd. Yeah, because that is what happened to his career after losing to Paul. There we go. There we go, people.
Jeez. Now he's dead.
There we go.
Yeah, Jake Paul
And now
killed
he's
him in
gone.
the ring.
Yeah, exactly. So that was Tyron Woodley. He's cringe.
Oh
And
well, put him on the well.
well, that'll take a little bit more work than I want to do right now while we're recording this. But um, so yeah, there's that.
So
All right, moving on to the next
We can't put
boxer.
Tyron Woodley in the cringe.
No, I didn't. I didn't save a picture onto
God
the
damn it.
media thing. Yeah, so that's a thing. So
Okay, so Tyron Woodley is there in cringe in spirit.
it's cringe in spirit. Yeah, he's part of the Ghost Club of cringe. So
Yeah.
let's see what I can do. Hold on a sec. Let's see. Add text. So we're gonna put let's put something here. Symbolize him. I quill. There we go.
All right.
And that'll represent Tyron Woodley in there. There we go. All right, so there we go. So Tyron Woodley officially in cringe.
Yeah.
Um, now
With his $2 videos and his apparently he kidnapped Randy Couture's daughter to make him do that video.
yep, pretty much. So, let's move on to. Do you want to go old school, Tony, or do you want to go newer? Well, your choice.
Let's go old school. Let's go old school. Some of the old guys that watch our show here.
All right. So, so our next guy up, going old school, is going to be a older boxer. One of the goats, one of the greats, Sugar Ray Robinson. So Sugar
Huh.
Ray Robinson has like what, a record of like 156 like fights. I'm pretty sure he's got over 100 wins.
Yeah.
At one point, there's like an interview of him talking about like how much he does not like boxing. Very talented. Um, Arguably better than Muhammad Ali. Just did not like getting punched in the head.
I
Um,
mean, yeah, who does really?
yeah. So during his time, obviously the picture's in black and white. Jazz was a big thing. So, um, the dude was talented in the ring. He could tap dance. Like, there's footage of him on like a variety show dancing. He's really good. Um, Not a good jazz singer, uh, at all. Um, he was when he was doing like old band jazz. Later on in his career. Um, from what I could find, I could only find two songs that he made. Uh, but his singing is like super monotone, and a lot of the times he's either got somebody helping him sing, or like they like mixed his vocals really low. The first song, he's only got two songs. The first one is called "Knock 'Em Down Whiskey," and it's like a really boring like story song that where like he's talking to like a crowd of dudes, and the crowd he's all like, "Hey fellas," and they're like, "Hey Sugar Ray." He's like, "Tell us the story, Sugar Ray," and he's all like, "I'll tell you a story about some guy who got drunk in a bar and got like killed or something," and that's what the song's about. Um, Not good, be shitty. Um, and so he had a second song on the same record. This was the B side, which I actually liked. This one was called "I Should Have Been on My Merry Way." It's like it's kind of like a Disney song. It's like a romantic kind of ballad to a girl that he's trying to court,
Hmm.
and the girl that's singing along with him is very good. I didn't catch her name on it, but she's like singing in unison with Sugar Ray to kind of help him through the song. And the band is like super like playing really loudly. And Sugar Ray only has like mm, maybe four verses in the entire song.
Hmm.
So the band's carrying him, and so is this girl. Um, so out of all the songs in this entire video, this is the one that I like the most, just because I don't like rap, and this one just had like an old kind of charm to it, like an old classy charm that you don't really see in like boxers nowadays. So that was the majority of like
I
what
mean, he did other
sugar.
things. He joined the he fought in World War II.
That's
He
true, yeah.
he he owned a club at probably where he sang at. Honestly, I think he owned the Cotton Club, didn't he?
Pro-
Which is like a famous jazz
yeah, I
bar, I believe.
think you're right, yeah.
Yeah,
I think he
he
owned a bunch
owned
of
that one.
restaurants and stuff. He
Yeah,
was basically doing everything he could just to not box, I think.
yeah,
um
definitely.
'Cause I don't remember how much his career spanned, but he was pretty old by the time he retired, I think. I don't know if he made any money when he died, or if he had any money left. I think all funny enough, I think all his business ventures to get out of boxing is what made him broke.
Yeah,
Um,
he tried to put
that
money
and
into the
like,
community, and that's always the death knell for a career.
hold on a second. That's what is it called? That's another topic for another video. But yeah, great boxer, a legend. He had his personal problems too. So I don't think we should get into that. But
No, we don't have to talk about it. Like, we don't have to talk about controversies. This isn't a history video. This
yeah,
is a
exactly.
rating
So
singing video. Yeah.
yeah, just to put an addendum on this, I respect a lot of the boxers in here, um, because of what they do. Uh, and Sugar Ray Robinson is one of the boxers that I like watching, and I think a lot of um uh one of the better boxers I think I've seen. I've like looked at his fighting style and stuff like that. So um really good for what he did. Maybe he didn't like it or whatever, but that's pretty much the end of his career. So we're gonna put Sugar Ray. Let me get this one up. Yeah. So here's a picture of him with his with all of his belts. A nice one in his old age or whatever. Here's a picture of the bronze bomber, um, Joe Louis back here. Who I
I don't.
think he
I
was
don't see it. I don't think. Oh, they. Oh yeah, picture
you
Joe
can't
Lewis in the back. I see
right
it.
here in the corner right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think they were in the same army unit. They were in like a special unit for boxers. Um, so we're gonna put him in the good category, at least for me.
Yeah.
As what is it called? Because at least I enjoyed one of his songs. So for me, he's gonna be right there. Very classy picture of that
Would
old
you
school boxer.
listen to it often though?
I think I might.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, he's
Um,
in a good.
yeah, it's definitely one of the better songs out of this entire list. So that's why I'm gonna put him in this section right here. Um, Nothing really notable, no money made from it, but I enjoyed it, so I'm gonna put him right there.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so this is taking into account my own opinion, also, by the way. So that's another addendum on it. Um, okay, moving on from there. Move on to let's see here. Um, I guess we'll move on to another guy who did like kind of ballady kind of music and stuff like that. It's everybody's favorite what is it called? It's everybody's favorite Latino boxer, Oscar De La Hoya.
Yay.
Here he is. His eyes are. I was looking for like a picture that was more that had belts in it. I didn't realize his eyes were so red in this one. Maybe he took a bump right
Yeah, he
before
probably
that. Like
did.
even the dude in the back is like, the dude's back is all like, cameraman, I know you see what I see. So I know you see what I see right there. So yeah, Oscar De La Hoya. Funny enough, at the height of his fame, uh, you know, good boxer. Was very popular. Probably not most, partly because of his boxing, partly because of his good looks. He was considered a very good-looking boxer for the time. Um, Singing career is probably one of the more successful ones out of this entire this list. Um, because he was nominated for a Latin Grammy.
Oh wow.
Um, for one of his songs. Um, he was in the same what is it called? He was in the same running for that Latin Grammy with Christina Aguilera, who also released a song in Spanish. I think it was like a Latin Grammy for like best um
Was the genie in a bottle in Spanish or
Latin.
something?
Oh, she had a whole like I think original album in Spanish. So like original songs and stuff. Um so where Oscar De La Hoya's singing career started, his mom was apparently a singer.
Oh, interesting.
So,
Okay.
yeah, his mom was a singer, and she died earlier on in his life. Um, and so like to kind of during interviews on like Spanish talk shows and stuff like that, he would sing songs when he talked about his mom. So there's like a video of him. I'm not gonna pull it up because I gotta go find it, but there's a video of him singing like a mariachi song in front of a crowd at a think like a fucking Jose Sin Censura or whatever, one of those kind of talk shows.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, and he's all right. He's a decent singer, like kind of like B tier stuff. Like maybe he sings karaoke every once in a while. Um, so that's the reason. So like I guess at some point like a producer probably saw what he did and like since he got so popular was like, hey, why don't you come make like an album and stuff like that. So he hooked up with a producer that produced a bunch of Latin singers, and uh funny enough, the producer also produced for Christina Aguilera, Ricky Martin, um various Luis Miguel, a lot of really notable people. um and so from this so they hooked up for one album, and from this album that's where the Grammy nomination came from. um and so the only song on his album that charted number one on the Latin charts was a song called Run to Me. And so Run to Me is a cover of a Bee Gees song. um and so Oscar, they put like a bunch of like Latin kind of like early '90s like synth stuff in the back of it,
Mm-hmm.
and they replaced some of the lyrics to the song, and so it became super popular with people listening to it at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And when you watch the music video, he's like wearing like a mesh top, and like he's like trying really hard to look handsome. Like he's doing like a smolder face to women and stuff like that, and it's like super cringe.
Mm-hmm.
Um and so like um so because of that, I'm sure people who know Oscar De La Hoya were probably wondering why one of his opponents, Mayorga, called him a faggot for singing in
Yeah,
that one
seriously.
fight. This is the reason why. That's the reason why, because of that song. Um so yeah, this song, the other songs on the album that Run to Me is on, the album's called Oscar De La Hoya. Um they're all forgettable, like poppy, lame, like elevator music type hits. Um like there's a reason I didn't talk about any of them, because they're just throwaway, and they didn't chart anyway. So Oscar De La Hoya is technically a one-hit wonder, and so going back to the Grammy thing, he didn't win the Grammy. He lost out to Christina Aguilera. Um and so that's basically the last time that Oscar De La Hoya ever professionally uh was a singer or like a musician. He didn't release anything else after that. There's videos of him singing karaoke every once in a while, but other than that, he doesn't do it anymore. So I'm going to put Oscar De La Hoya. Let me get rid of that.
Also, I
I'm gonna
think
put him.
I'm gonna blame the singing career for getting him hooked to coke.
Oh, do you think that's what it was?
Yeah, because all singers do coke. Even now, all your favorite singers, people, are doing cocaine. Just to let you know.
Bruno Mars talks about it in his songs. Like some of his songs, he like makes references to it. So, and then I think he got pulled over. Like his tour bus got pulled over, and they found a bunch of coke in his in there. So I think he got like booked for that. Um, yeah, so that might be one of the reasons. Okay, so we're going to put. So for me, I'm going to put Oscar De La Hoya. Let me get this set up. I'm gonna put him into the. There he is. I'm gonna put him into the good category here, and this is the result of his coke addiction, by the way. So there we
No!
go.
Why? Why did you?
There we
I looked away
are.
for a second. I looked away for a
Yeah.
second.
So there he be. Yeah. It didn't turn out well for Oscar D. So if anybody
You're gonna have to
remembers,
make it
yeah,
smaller. No, you're fine. Just
yeah,
put
I
that
know.
right there. Just put
No,
that right there.
it can't be. What is it called? It can't be. What is it called? It can't be made smaller. It's always gonna be there.
All right, fine, right there.
I was debating which picture to use. By the way, I was like,
I know there's multiple. This isn't the only picture, people. This isn't the only
yeah.
picture.
So
There's
there
other
he is.
ones, and they're worse. This one's the nicest one, I
Was he
think.
doing it? Was he? No. Yeah, there's
The
some
one the
pretty
one
bad
where he
ones.
has the gloves on and he looks fucking blasted, dude. That one's pretty bad. Where he has
That
the
one's
boxing gloves
very
on.
bad because
Yeah.
it's just like making a mockery of his boxing career for
Yeah.
some like prostitute or whoever he was like cheating on his wife with or something like that.
Yeah.
So there's that was Oscar De La Hoya's singing career. Very good. Very good. Although this is what causes it to be cringe. I was wondering maybe I should put it in the cringe section just because of this. Let's put it in the cringe section just because of what happened afterwards. There we
No,
go.
no. Well, we're not doing the
Are you sure?
guy. We're doing the career, right?
Okay. All right. Yeah.
He got
Okay.
a Latin Grammy. He got a Latin
Okay. You got a
Grammy,
Latin Grammy.
so it has to be good. But wait,
So
maybe put the picture of him as champion in the good, and put the picture of him on coke in the cringe.
good idea.
So
All right.
him on coke, dressed in women's panties and stuff, coked out.
Yeah.
That's cringe.
Yeah.
His singing career, his
so
boxing career, definitely good.
Yeah, so that's him as champion. I probably should have got one of him actually singing, but like I said, I we respect a lot of the all the boxers in here. They had some pretty bad moments and stuff like that, but overall they've accomplished a lot, probably more than we'll ever accomplish. That being said, moving on. Let's see. So now I think we're gonna go. We had a little break from the rap, but it's back. Um, better than ever. Um, and we're going to move on to another successful person. Um, I mean, in his own way. He's also from around the era of Oscar De La Hoya. Actually fought him. And Tony, I'm pretty sure you can guess who this was, right? Rap guy around the era of Oscar De La Hoya. Um, very accomplished boxer. Who do you think it is?
Roy Jones Jr.
You got it. Let's find.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
There
come
he
out.
is.
I thought you were gonna come out and be like,
Nope.
I thought you were gonna come out and
No.
you're like James Tony, his rap
No.
career.
I don't think James Tony had a rap career. I think he just had like the only thing he was okay. He
was
only
never.
unwraps burgers.
Yeah, he raps burgers from Burger King, baby, Burger King.
Yeah,
Bob,
so
called Bob
he's a-
Arum. He's my man. Don King kiss my ass. So
female manager.
oh,
But
Against
yeah,
the Ropes.
so
Everybody watch it. That's about James Tony's
that's a
life.
good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Roy Jones Jr. Um, I'm pretty sure you've for anybody listening to this, if you're an older person, you probably heard his most notable song, but we'll get to that. So Roy Jones Jr. multiple what is it called? Multiple division champion. One of the goats. Surprisingly enough, very, very, very entrenched into the rap community. Like you wouldn't believe how um well connected he was in rap, Tony, while he was doing it. So we don't know how he got started in there. Maybe he was just always a fan, and maybe he was just always kind of like rapping with his buddies and stuff like that, and then just decided, I got some money, might as well do it, live out one of my fantasies. Um, and so it's I didn't write down the date, but he released an album called the Round One album. Um, and I think this was around the time that like Jay-Z was really popular because on the cover of the album he's wearing like a bucket hat and like a really puffy shirt, like, and it's they're both pastel blue. So so the Round One album, there's not a lot that's notable about it. There's a couple of songs on it that I wrote down on here that I found to be what is it called, that I thought I should talk about. One of them is Unfaithful. So Unfaithful is like kind of weird because it's like a techno-y song. It's got like a techno background track. Roy Jones, this must have been early. This must have been like the first song that he recorded because the rapping is god awful. Like it's really bad.
Yeah.
He's saying like, "Oh, I'm Roy Jones. I'm the best. You can't test this, Roy Jones." Stuff like that. Um, and um, so that one wasn't very good. The other, he had a couple other rappers on there. That were also bad. They were probably worse than Roy Jones. So Roy Jones had the best, even though they were pretty bad. He had the best lyrics on there. And so more on the backing track. It sounds like Space Jam.
Oh, which one? The
No,
one that's
Space
like,
Jam song.
take your hands in the air if you feel fine.
Yeah.
Take it into overtime.
No, it sounds
Welcome to
like
Space Jam.
yeah, that one. But the part where it's all like, "Come on and slam and welcome to the jam." That part.
Yeah.
That's what the backing track sounds like.
Oh, okay.
For Unfaithful. The lyrics are just about fucking. Like
Like
being
most rap
obviously
songs.
being. Yeah, exactly. So it's about like him like cheating on his girlfriend or something like that. Yeah, the whole thing is just like not great. There's some like uh some sound effects in the background that sound like the Cisco waiting music. You know, when
Mm-hmm.
you're put on hold, sounds like that. Um, okay, another notable song from that album was "That Was Then." So this song actually charted on the hip hop Billboard a top hip hop and R&B chart for that year. It charted number 57, which is pretty good for like a first album.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably because this that was then. It's probably because Roy Jones was doing the rapping, but of what is it called? The person that was singing for it, that was doing like the singing part of that was then, um, was a guy named Dave Hollister. So this is him right here. So Dave Hollister is the guy who sang on Tupac's song "Brenda's Got a Baby."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he also sang on "Keep Your Head Up," the other Tupac song. So this was what is it called? So this guy is basically like the reason why the song got popular. Um because uh because none of the other songs I think charted as well as that one. So that's one of the that's one of the more better songs if you look at charts and stuff like that. Um yeah, so there we go. And uh so that song was probably one of the better ones. And let's see what else we got. Um okay. So moving on, there's another song called Invincible. And Invincible, this one fucking sucked. It was really bad. Uh the people that were on it were Roy Jones, Scarface,
Oh wow,
Tony,
Scarface. Yeah.
yeah, from Def Jam Vendetta, the video game.
Every rapper that he's gonna collab with is gonna be from Def Jam Vendetta, dude. I'm telling you.
Probably. I think you're right actually. Because okay, so what I wrote about this one was that Scarface is awful. Roy Jones is a better rapper than he is. Like I don't know if like Scarface like just like phoned it in because he's just like, "Ah, whatever, I'm just going to be on this track and then have him pay me and shit and then move on." But Roy Jones has like better lyrics than he does and is like putting more energy into it. So that's kind of embarrassing for like a dude who's like a notable rapper.
Yeah.
Um so what else did I write here? Um There's like the chorus is really bad in Invincible. Like they have like some weird like shit that's sung by Scarface and Scarface can't really sing that well. Um they also have like a weird spring noise like boing 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 in the background.
Right.
I
Right.
don't know why they added that. Um and What's it called? So that one sucked. Um Next up and the last one I'm going to talk about for this album of Roy Jones is Get Started. Um This one's also really terrible.
You're not gonna talk about
Uh,
Can't Be Stopped, Can't Be Dropped.
Actually, that's coming up. That's funny because it's not on this album. Um,
Are you gonna do every one of his
so
albums?
oh no, there's only two.
Oh, he only has two. I thought he had like
Yeah.
5 or 6 albums.
No, he has a lot of songs on these albums. I've noticed. The only I think the reason that you think that is because there's some re-releases of I think there's like two re-releases of both these albums with added songs on it. So that's probably why if you look at the listings and stuff like that, it says more than two.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
Um, But that's the thing is that I wanted to point out because here's another thing that comes up with the next song. I wanted to like illustrate how much he's like influenced uh the rap scene in our when we were growing up, and
Hmm.
this is gonna like illustrate that. So the next song is called "Get Started," and like I said, it's also really fucking bad. Mystical is on it. Remember Mystical?
Yeah, yeah.
We have his music video up here. Um, Mystical is on it, and he fucking sucks. He's singing the chorus, and it's really bad. They came up with some shit like um bad like I'm tough chorus or something like that, and it's just awful. There's another rapper in it called 2-4. He's a little bit better than Roy Jones and Mystical because Mystical's not even trying. Um, and I think that I think this was early on in Mystical's career because Roy Jones, I think, is present in Mystical's career after this. Um, and I'm gonna illustrate that right now because in the "Shake Your Ass" music video, um, you're gonna see this right now. So we got some hoes, pretty good looking.
Yeah, damn.
So like, you see that? Then,
That hoe?
so you're focusing on the hose, but like Mystical is like going inside this brothel, and it's like this weird ass like fucking eyes wide shut situation in like I don't know
Oh yeah, I've
Florida.
seen this whole video. I don't know why he decided to do Eyes Wide Shut, but for his "Shake Your Ass" song, I don't know why he decided to do that, but it's Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I there's something about I'll probably talk about that later. There's something about like music directors like copying movies in rap videos for whatever reason. But yeah, so I think you saw a glimpse of him just now, but in the "Shake Your Ass" music video, there he is. It's Roy Jones.
He's like,
Um,
"What the fuck am I doing here?"
yeah, exactly. He's getting prostitutes. He's admitting to getting like being in weird orgies and stuff like that. But there he is, like giving Mystical the nod off, like, "Yep, you're gonna see some shit." Yep. And Mystical's giving him the side eye. So
He's like,
I
"Ain't you
never noticed
married?"
that in the video.
He's like, "Aren't you married?"
I saw.
Goddamn.
Yeah,
Then he get these hoes off
I
the
never noticed
screen.
that in the
I'm a
video.
Christian man.
Look at this dude. It's,
That's my face to him, dude.
this is my face to the whole thing. So yeah, I never noticed that when I was a kid. I think
We're too
maybe we
busy looking
noticed
at the
it.
big asses, is what.
Yeah, pretty
That's what we
much. I
didn't
was too
notice.
busy at first. Also, see, is there any more? There's one. It's pretty hot. Also that dork from what's his name? This guy. I didn't know he was singing the vocals for this. Um, but yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
yeah, that dude from NERD or whatever, the FAG from NERD.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know he was on there. But yeah. So that was the first album, Roy Jones's first album. Um, and so after that, the biggest charting song was like number 57 on the R&B charts. I guess like Roy Jones didn't shake off the music bug yet because he made the other album, which is the one that has the song that you said earlier, Tony. Um, called so the album's called Body Headbangers, and it's called Body Headbangers because Roy Jones um started like a musical group. Um, and the musical group had a bunch of well-known or to soon to be well-known Southern rappers. Um, cause Roy Jones was always proud of being from Pensacola, Florida. So he always wanted to like get other rappers that weren't from like I think like
The West Coast or the East Coast?
exactly. So in the musical group, they had Bone Crusher, they had Petey Pablo, they had Little Flip, and they had Juvenile in it. Um, so they were all at some point connected to the Body Headbangers, which is probably the reason why they got popular in the first place. Um, so the first song that I found that I noticed on this one was "I Smoke, I Drank." It sucks. It's really bad. It charted somewhere in the list. I didn't even bother to write it down.
It's sharded.
But yeah, it was shitty 2000 Southern rap. Is all I wrote down about it. Um, and only wrote down two songs in this whole thing. So there was that one, and that's pretty much indicative of all the other songs on there. Is that one song "I Smoke, I Drank," and it's like the song goes like "I smoke, I drank, blah 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 blah." Um, And so the next song, and this is the last song of Roy Jones's section, the crown jewel, the one that everybody's heard, can't be stopped. Um, so for anybody listening, go look that up if you like rap music or whatever. It's
It's a
one that
good
you've
song.
probably heard. Yeah, it's one that you've probably heard in like boxing highlight videos. If you've ever stepped into a boxing gym, you probably heard it. Um, and that one didn't chart, but that's the one that people know him most for, which is surprising. Probably because you see it in so many highlight videos. So Roy Jones, that was basically Roy Jones's music career. The highest he ever got was 57 on the R&B rap charts. American though, that's gonna be important later on. So because if you chart anywhere else but America, I don't really count it as like a win too much. Um, I don't have a funny picture for Roy Jones. There's not he hasn't done too much stuff that's cringe besides his boxing match with Mike Tyson, but that was more for fun. So I'm gonna put Roy Jones in the good category. Tony, do you agree? Do you disagree?
He only had one good song.
Yeah, for most of these guys, that's pretty much the best you can ask for. Um, so yeah. So we only got three more people on this list, and I wanted to highlight one of them that I just to break up like the seriousness a bit. Um, so our next guy up is probably the most notable boxer in this thing. My computer's freezing up. Uh, Iron Mike Tyson. There he
He rapped?
is in all of his glory. Uh, you could say that. You could say that he rapped. So the story behind this is that
I'm shocked.
a
This was
while back
genuinely
ago,
shocking. I never knew he did anything with music.
yeah, I heard one of his songs like come up one time in like a video, and so this one's kind of like a cheat a little bit because it is a so backstory to this. Soldier Boy, the rapper, you crack that Soldier Boy, that guy. He got into a beef with Chris Brown for whatever reason, and this is like way before YouTube boxing. They said they were gonna set up a boxing match so they could fight each other. Um, so um, so the what is it called? So I think Chris Brown was hanging out with Mike Tyson. Um, uh, for a long time. Uh, and like kind of like training training with him, and like he probably Chris Brown probably got some moves from Mike Tyson, or Mike Tyson decided to show him some moves. So Mike Tyson, for whatever reason, decided to do a diss track against Soldier Boy. And it's as bad as you would think it is. Like Mike Tyson is like doing the shittiest rhymes, um, and uh and the whole thing is like super cringe. He's got a music video. I will say though that the women inside the music video are really hot. The song is called "If You Show Up," and it's like a song that's like, "Oh, if you show up, it's going down. I'm gonna beat you up, Soldier Boy." And I just want to show like the music video. I think it's at his like home gym or the gym in his hotel room or something. It's got a lot of like really attractive women.
Here,
I don't think Mike Tyson shows up even once in the music video. Let's
Oh my
show
god, this
some
is
of the women
freaking
there.
a seizure warning, everybody. God damn.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Show it's some pretty hot women in this music video, and it's probably to compensate for how bad the song is. Um, this all just women like saying the lyrics.
These chicks appear in any movies of?
Possibly.
We need to get their
Well,
names.
I mean
I
that
need
one
their
definitely.
names and their addresses now.
Oh my god, seizure warning. Sorry, people. We're gonna have to put that in the description.
Seizure warning.
Let's see
That
what
looks
else
like
we
a
got.
man. Um,
Mike
Okay,
Tyson shows up in other people's music videos more than he shows up in his own because I think he was just embarrassed of this.
this one's
This
good.
is supposed to be Soldier Boy at the end. This guy's a stand-in for Soldier Boy,
That looks like
and the
Chris
girls
Brown,
they
dude.
like. Yeah, no, it's supposed to be Soldier Boy because it's a diss track against Soldier Boy, and all
No,
the
I
girls
know,
are
but
like
it looks
saying
like
it's
Chris
going
Brown.
down, and they all look kind of embarrassed that they're doing this.
No, I
Oh, here we
just
go.
yeah, there he is.
Here he is at the end. Yeah, so
No, I'm just saying it was he did it because he was training Chris Brown, but that looked like Chris Brown at the end.
yeah, I know.
Also,
Well, I
Chris.
mean, sorry,
Also,
what?
he should have never taught Chris Brown how to punch.
Oh man,
It
yeah.
only ended
I think
badly for him.
yeah. Yeah, but he did win the fights that he was in. Let's just say that. Intergender champion Chris Brown. Um so what is it called? So
He
yeah,
did
that
to
was Mike
Rihanna what Mike Tyson did to Trevor Burbick.
all like the first 20 opponents that he had.
Yeah.
um so yeah, so that was Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson also no there he is. Um this is the face he was making at Soldier Boy the entire time. He's just a wealth of funny pictures because I typed in like Mike Tyson images and it's just like I couldn't decide which one to use. This is not the one I decided to use for the tier list. This I picked another one. Let's see where he's at. For some reason he was dressed as Mr. T. For I guess for Halloween or something. So so
He doesn't even look
so
like
I
Mr. T. He
decided.
looks like someone's dad.
Yeah, so he is someone's dad.
Oh well, he is
Here's a
someone's
picture of
dad.
Mao. So yeah, that's the one I picked for it. So he's a solid candidate for the cringe section. So I'm gonna put him in definite cringe, the king of the cringe. I might like just like extend this for the entirety of the like it's just entirely Mike Tyson, just for his entire for a majority of the things that he does. So there he is. I don't know who that lady is, so I'm gonna crop her out. There he is. There's the boy. There we go. Mike Tyson. Um. Right. So if you thought the Roy Jones one was long, these next guys, these next guys.
No.
So shut up. So the next one, we're gonna go. Speaking of Mike Tyson and the celeb fight that he was about to set up. Not a lot of like actual boxers will go very far in the rap career. Maybe like Roy Jones. Like you can all see that these were all very short.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, I
I,
think 2 albums is the longest. Right? So
yeah,
far.
exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe at most 20 songs, but these next dudes have a lot of them. And so they're the most prominent boxers right now, or like they're very prominent in both boxing and music, respectively. So the next one is the most controversial, I think, out of everybody. I mean, dudes are actually like beating their wives and stuff like that. Maybe I shouldn't do these guys yet. Um, let's put those guys on the back burner for a bit, and we're gonna go to Tyson Fury's career. The reason why I decided to do this. Save that. Put those other guys on the back burner, people. Um, so Tyson Fury, he sings in the ring once he wins. His win against Vladimir Klitschko, um, biggest upset of that year. No one thought he was going to be able to do it.
He was the guy that
Um,
uppercutted himself at that point.
oh yeah, he's the dude that uppercutted himself. I
Yeah,
wish I had that video. But yeah,
that was his claim to fame so far at that
his claim
point.
to fame. Yeah, his claim to fame to was uppercutting himself, and then he goes on to defeat like one of the longest reigning heavyweight champions, or
Yeah.
like unified champion had 4 different belts. Beat him. No one thought he was going to be able to do it. Major upset. He decides to sing for whatever reason Aerosmith's I don't want to miss a thing at the end of it for his victory speech. Don't ask me why. But I think he did the same thing when he beat Deontay Wilder I think sang American Pie for the second fight, and then for the third fight, he sang Walking in Memphis. So the so I guess this was like at the he made a song at the height of his fame. He was on WrestleMania, I think. He fought Braun Strowman. He was doing interviews. He was the biggest thing in boxing until the YouTuber thing started. Um, Bringing back the heavyweight division with his antics and stuff. Um, so he made a song. I guess he was brought up, and he made a song with a English singer named Robbie Williams. Robbie Williams is known for that one song, "She's the One." You know, if there's somebody, she's the one, or something like that. You saw it in the movie The Big Hit.
God damn it. Yeah.
So they, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So they made a song together. I looked up an interview and Robbie Williams was all like, he's got a great voice. I think it's the right time. He's, what is it called? I met him at the back of, in one of his fights or whatever. Back of a Wendy's. No, they did it in the dressing room of a fight.
Ew.
They recorded his lyrics on like a phone or something like that, or his part of the song. And the song was a Christmas song, so it was on Robbie Williams' Christmas album, where he was like doing duets with other celebrities. Yeah, exactly. And Tyson Fury was a big one. Was one of them. And so the song was about like I think it was called Sheila from The Office, where it's like about a guy like talking to some chick at a Christmas party and taking her home and banging her, and at a Christmas office party, and I listened to the song. It's like a standard Christmas song that you would hear playing in a mall, except for when Tyson Fury comes in, his voice is all coked out and like scratchy. And he's like off key and like and just like so out of place. Um and it's funny too, because when you listen to it, you can see like from his earlier interviews before he was champion, and then afterwards his voice was normal, and then afterwards it's all croaky and stuff, probably from all the coke he did. Yeah, this is the reason why I did this video in the first place. Was this is who you can blame, Tyson Fury right here. Yeah, he looks about as excited as I am. And that was the extent of his singing career. And that's what tipped me off to like all these weird like crosses between boxing and music. So that was that. Where would I place him? I'm probably gonna put him into the cringe section. There he is. Just as the Dark Knight, his press conference for Vladimir Klitschko. I'm sure you guys have all seen it, so the gag is not so. There he goes. Cringe. All right, not too many bads. It's either good or it's cringe.
Well, so, sometimes it's either good or it's cringe.
Yeah, that's true. There's no in between with music. All right, now, as I was saying before, the most controversial probably boxer on this list. You probably guessed who it was by my description. It is Mr. Jake Paul. So, as everybody knows, Jake Paul was a Vine star, now turned YouTuber, now turned boxer. And he had a music career before that, like with his Team 10 collaborations and stuff like that, his crew. So
London
we'll start
is a
at
city.
yeah, London is a city. Yeah. Shout outs to Nick Crompton, wherever you are. I miss you.
Oh no, England is a city. My bad.
England. Yeah. That's true. London actually is a city.
Yeah. Damn it.
Oh, we'll start at the Team 10 era. So they started off with Randy Savage. There's a song called Randy Savage. This one is terrible. He has like these two like little girls like rapping in it. Like I don't know if
Ew.
they're boys or they're girls. They're like these two twins. They're both like
Ugly.
uh they're what?
Ugly. I don't know.
Nah, they're just like normal. They're either like boys with like really high pitched voices, but they both got box braids. They look like Milli Vanilli, but like younger, like
Oh, they're
a younger version of
probably
Milli
girls, I
Vanilli.
guess.
Maybe, but they're like rapping. That song. Yeah, he has like other people on there from Team 10. I can't remember. I don't remember what the hell their names are, but they're like they look like your typical like vloggers, like with the poofy hair and stuff like that. Um, the music video is inside of a ring or whatever, and everybody's dressed like a shitty wrestler or something like that. The song sucks. Um, Not his best. Um, the next one was Champion. This was around the time that he was starting his boxing career. Um, he was starting his boxing career, and it was like a diss track against Deji, his first boxing opponent. Um, and he has little twins in there also. And this song is like talking about how he's gonna be a champion, how he's never gonna give up, how he's gonna beat up Deji. Um, it sounds like one of those it's like a scratchy voiced rap song. Like all the vocals are like kind of like going like crunk style. Um, yeah. There was another song called Cartier Vision that he also did with those same twins. I don't know why he was pushing them so much, but those two songs are pretty much identical. Um, Watching them though, when I was watching those two like little twins, little girls, little boys, I don't know what, um, I was like watching them and I was like, this is probably why Shane Mosley decided to train Jake Paul. Because as I was watching Jake Paul, like the lead up to Jake Paul's fight against Anderson Gibb,
Mm-hmm.
um, Shane Mosley was saying that his kids were fans of Jake Paul. That's why he decided to train him, or decided to take his money and train him.
Yeah.
And so so these songs, Andy Savage, Cartier Vision, Champion, these are probably the catalysts for Shane Mosley being part of Jake Paul's training camp, and therefore his trainer BJ Flores training Jake Paul and becoming his future trainer. So his music career might actually be connected to his boxing career and might be the catalyst for it. So yeah, I just found that to be interesting. Um, and so that yeah, those songs are terrible though. I can see kids liking them, but not like anybody else. Um, yeah. Tony, were you surprised when Shane Mosley was training? When I told you that Shane Mosley was training Jake Paul?
I saw it.
Oh, you saw it? What do you mean?
Yeah, I watched a documentary about his lead up to a fight. I watched a Jake Paul blog where he was with where he was with Shane Mosley, and he said he was training up in Big Bear, which I
Oh,
think is
right.
Oscar De La Hoya's compound that's up
House.
there in Big Bear. So Shane Mosley was training him up there, and he was saying that it sucked. Like, not in a bad way. He was just saying like it's
Yeah,
like he's just like
Jake Paul.
they said we're not allowed to have girls, we're not allowed to drink alcohol, we're not allowed to do anything. He's like, it sucks, but I really want to do good. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's
It
what.
gave me a lot of respect for him at that time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it really showed that he was taking it seriously, and that's what a lot of people say about him. Even like
yeah. He was like really
the
bummed out that he couldn't act like a piece of shit while he was over there. No,
yeah,
well,
while he's up
yeah,
there.
and that made him like it made him more endearing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely won me over to his boxing career earlier on, and it sucks too, be like having to because there's like so many like weird reasons for people not liking him, and there's good reasons to not like him, but there's like I don't think if you talk to the if you bring up Jake Paul to a like the normal person, they'll automatically say that they dislike him, but they won't know why. Um, so or at least his boxing career. We respect boxers. They might not be like what is it called? We respect Jake Paul's as a boxer. Maybe not so much the dude himself. Um, uh, who knows? It could be debatable, but yeah, we definitely like his boxing career.
Yeah, there's not really a real reason to hate Jake Paul when it comes to boxing or whatever, because there's boxers that are like way like it's definitely not his behavior. I think it's just because he's like a white dude that acts black. I think that's why they don't like him. Which I
Could
mean
be.
is it's fine. That's my reason. That's my not my reason for hating him because I don't hate him, but that's my thinking. You know, that's why I
Assumption?
think people don't like him because there's no reason to hate him. I mean, he's done some stupid stuff, but he hasn't done any like usually the stupid stuff that I think I remember hating him for is usually the stuff that Logan Paul did. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh wait,
True. I think.
Logan Paul did that. Jake Paul didn't do that, but um
I
he I think it's for that reason because there's no really reason. I mean, you can't really say that you hate his boxing. You can't really say that you don't. I mean, a lot of people I think hate him personally. Don't really pay attention to his boxing. You know what I mean? Which is funny
think so.
because there's
Yeah.
a lot of boxers that you should hate more than him. I mean, Jake Paul never raped anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He never
So
did anything that was like
never assaulted
Oh,
somebody on the street. Never stole or robbed anyone. I mean, stole anything or robbed anyone. Well, he did steal. Like he stole in those freaking riots or whatever. That's the reason I hate him. But
yeah.
he didn't. He never like robbed anybody or anything like that. You know,
Yeah,
a lot
and
of boxers
I
have
mean,
done
there's
some
like
horrible shit.
heinous stuff that they went to jail for.
Yeah, Mike
Um,
Tyson.
yeah, so it's
Lest
you
we
know,
forget.
so yeah, there's that. Um, there's something in here that I really bothered me about him, so I'm not gonna like sing his praises too much. Um, as neither of us are. Um, what's it called? Because he does do some stuff that gets on our nerves. Um, so okay, moving from that like kind of like section of Team 10. Um, so okay, so now it's what is it called? We get to it's everyday bro. The myth, the legend, the meme, the icon, England is my city, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Um so like in this one, there's the meme obviously with the fat English dude. While I was listening to it, it's mostly about him talking about his upload schedule. Like it's every day. He uploads every day. Um This is the one that like put him on the map for like shitty music and that everybody was memeing on and put him like a target on his back for like this dude's an idiot. Um at least that's what people were saying at the time because I remember like I knew Logan Paul before I knew Jake Paul. Because Logan Paul would do those like vines where he did the splits in the on the bus or something like that. And then like it's Everyday Bro was like my first introduction to Jake Paul. Um and then like him being on the H3H3 podcast, talking about like how he posted Post Malone's like address or whatever. Um, and so um, what is it called? Listening to it, it's like besides those like lame parts or whatever that everybody memed, nobody else in there is memorable. Like they have like some Spanish dudes speaking in Spanish, like literally from Spain. Like two like dudes with like e-boys with like poofy hair and stuff like that are rapping in there. Um
Don't call them e-boys.
and like
They're called retards. All right, so we're seeing.
yeah.
There's another word
Um
for it, but I already used my F pass in here, I think. Um
oh yeah, I think so, yeah. You're
yeah.
only allowed one.
Yeah.
Um you only get one token for the ride. So yeah, the music video is just them. I'm sure everybody's seen it. It's just like him in his house or something like that, and then bouncing up and down and looking lame. Um, which I assume that like I don't know, the dude seems embarrassed of the song. He did a remix with Gucci Mane. That's a well-known rapper. And so I listened to the remix, and the remix sucks too. Gucci Mane is just as bad. Um, as the people that aren't rappers. Um, okay, so moving on from that one, this song is particularly popular for whatever reason. It's called "I Love You, Bro." Um, and it's a song about him and Logan getting into a fight, but then settling their differences. For whatever reason, they have like they always play up them being brothers. I don't know why.
Because they're
Um,
brothers.
it's yeah, yeah, it's like kind of like a it's kind of like let's take a moment to be real with each other or something like that, like kind of song. Um,
Oh my
you know
god,
what I
that's
mean?
gay.
Like
Is there
let's
anything
have a heart to
gayer?
heart or
Is there
whatever.
anything gayer than
Yeah,
getting
I
along with your
know.
brother?
I wrote down it's good. That's what I wrote down on there with like with a bunch of O's. It's cringe. Um,
Yeah.
I'm not a rap fan and it lame. That's what I wrote also. Um, also I don't know what's up with Jake. He has a weird way of talking. Um, he like pauses like it when he talks it's you can kind of hear it, but when he raps you can hear it a lot, especially in these earlier songs.
What do you mean?
Cuz he like pause then like start talking again. Like pause.
You mean like what we do?
No, it's like super the middle of your sentence.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of what you're saying like that. His rapping is kind of the same.
You mean what
Um
we do?
yeah, something like that. He's also got like a weird, like drawn out way of talking or whatever, but it comes out in his rap music. Uh, oh, okay. And then this is me like putting this in here because I what is it called? For me this is what this we were talking about being like the thing that he annoys us sometimes. Well he annoyed me with this. So like there's this song called YouTuber Diss Track where it's kind of like a song where he's like taking all the criticisms that people have lobbed at him on YouTube and like saying, "Well, what about this? Like, what about me? Like, um, he's talking about all the stuff he got backlash for, but he's like using this to like talk about, oh, I go to soup kitchens and I go to like literally like that, where he's like, yeah, but what about like when I help people and what about like you don't hear that on the news? That's like one of the choruses, and and in this one he says like, well, what about the time I went to a Make a Wish Foundation and I met a kid or something that um like I met a kid, and then he says the kid's name in the song. Um so for me I was like, that's not cool. Like why are you gonna like say like oh I helped a Make a Wish kid or something like that, cuz like I don't think you should use that when people are like making fun of you on the internet, you know what I mean? Um like as a thing of like, oh, I'm a good person and stuff. Like cuz I don't know, Tony, what do you think?
Um, it's not cool. Just say you went to make a wish kid. If nobody believes you, then say then you can tell people to look it up or whatever. But nah.
I wouldn't be doing that because this was around the time that he did like the house party and stuff like that, and that like the news was making fun of him and saying that he was like dumb and stuff, and I was like, you shouldn't be, don't I wouldn't bring that up. Um yeah, but other than that, he hasn't done anything like to annoy me, but that's like because at the time when he was doing that, I think he was like he's still in his early 20s, so he must have been like pretty young when he did that. So I mean, it sounds like something a kid would do, or like a younger person. He's a young adult. He's not like a kid or anything, but um, so yeah. So getting past that, now we're in right now. So right now, at the height of his boxing career, um, he's got this song called Park South Freestyle, and Park South Freestyle is a lo-fi rap song. Um, uh, um, yeah, he has that like he's like doing that weird like croaky style of rapping. Um, like it's kind of fast and it's more like modern right now. Um, so let's see. And the music video, what I thought was notable about the music video, this is the music video for Park's South Freestyle. Um, so a lot of hot women in there. It just like shows like
Oh damn,
what's it called? Jake Paul
sluts.
being cool. Let me bring it up to the front so everybody can see that. So like Jake Paul being cool, he's got a thing. He's got like hoes. They're all hot. He's flexing his Rolls Royce. Um, he's with this guy. Hold on a sec. Look, he showed his dude. I don't know the private jet guy. Why is this guy here?
Because that's his private. That's the guy who drives his private jet.
Oh, that's the guy who drives his private jet. Is the guy who's no? I'm talking about in the middle of all his hoes.
Uh huh. Oh,
There's this
oh.
guy.
Well, because Jake Paul,
He's a Chippendales dancer.
he likes to
What
get
is he?
strange
Everybody else is
sometimes.
wearing. There's like some like Russian guy, like some Scottish dude that like wandered into the party. Here's this boy's like wearing like t-shirts. Some girl who's like crying or something. I don't know what's going on there. And then there's this Chippendales dancer that's back here. It's just very strange. Like they said strippers. I don't think he like said which gender or whatever. I just thought it was like jarring because it's like a typical music video. Honestly, some of the hotter women that I've seen in music videos before. Um, but like that dude just keeps popping up. Um, Here he is again. I don't know who that is. If that's a YouTuber that I don't know about, people let us know. But yeah, I just thought it was weird that he is. I can't catch him in time. He's just like popping in and out of my psyche. Very strange. Um, but yeah, that was the Park South freestyle. Um, he's gotten better as a rapper in that. Like he doesn't. He's like stopped that what is it called? His like pausing kind of like issue. Um, and he's like rapping really fast in that. Um, and his final song in this is called 23. Um, this one's actually the best song that he has because I've listened like a lot of them, and this one's like the better one, like the one that has like the best backing track. Um, yeah, he raps really well in this, like something you would see from like something from like an actual like a quick battle rapper or something like that. Uh yeah, I don't know what is it called. Much better than when we was with Team 10. Also, I don't know what happened with Team 10 or whatever. So if you guys want to come, if like you guys want to like say something about that in the comments, go ahead and fill me in about what happened with that. But um, it's it's a song that I think people would think is good because I don't like rap music. So I would assume that this would be if people didn't hate him so much, this would chart on like a hip hop chart or something like that. And so that pretty much wraps up Jake Paul's rapping career. Nothing super notable, nothing that charted. It's all just his YouTube stuff. His boxing career is more successful than his rap career, and I think he's either in the good because in my opinion, it sounds at least one of his songs sounds decent. Um, what is it called? Or the bad. So I think we will put him in. Tony, do you want to like pick one? Which one do you think?
Bad.
All right, we're gonna put him in the bad. I don't know why he's dressed up like that. This is based on like he didn't chart what is it called? He didn't chart a lot of his songs I don't like. There's like one or two of them that are good, but yeah, he's the only one who's gonna be in there, I think. All right, now we've come to the final boxer. Um, Tony, are you ready for this?
Yes.
Yeah. So what is it called? Nothing to say about his outfit during the Tommy Fury fight, Tony.
No, not at all.
Oh, nothing about the glasses or like the suit or anything.
Um, no, he looks cool.
I don't know if he did that on purpose or not, but what is it called? But yeah, that's what he was wearing to that. Okay, so the final one. I don't think anybody would have guessed it. I don't think I guessed it when I first heard about it. Is KSI.
The
KSI
I
is
know he does
say what?
raps. Yeah, I knew he did gay raps.
Yeah, it's probably the one that was most surprising to me. He's on like the same level, notably as Roy Jones. Like, I wasn't like I didn't because I wasn't sure that he was that popular. But and this is not based on my opinion. This is based on like charting in music music labels and like how many records he sold. Um so uh and you'll hear about it by the end of it. So the first song that he did was Lamborghini.
Hmm.
Um which this song this is the first time I knew that he was doing like rap and stuff like that, but I didn't really take it like super seriously because like why would you? He's just like a YouTuber doing like a rap song. Like when this dude started his first career, there like everyone people were looking at the YouTubers just um just kids that they have too much money and they're doing all this dumb stuff. Kind of like what Paris Hilton did with her music career. Um like they're not talented or anything like that. They just have a lot of money and that's um uh why they're popular with their music or why their music is even getting made. And this one kind of like put him into that category. So Lamborghini was the one that people memed. Like PewDiePie did a reaction to it, and he was like laughing at the whole thing because it was so bad. Um, so KSI is from England, and he does what is it called? He does that shitty English rapping, Tony. You know the one that we saw the cringe video of the little kids doing, Tony.
Yeah.
Um, like there's a video of like these kids walking down the street, like doing that shitty like English rapping stuff. Um, and yeah, through the whole song, he's just screaming. He's like screeching. Like this dude is known for like his like super annoying like yelling uh during his like streams of FIFA and stuff like that, and he's just doing that the entire time. Um, uh, it's super garbage like English rap,
Hmm.
and this song probably just based on its meme value, it charted number 30 on the UK singles charts.
Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. Um, I wrote down that shit charted 30 on UK singles charts. Future doctors were probably blasting it loud to annoy people, but it's awful. It's funny. Um, so, so yeah, it charted. In my opinion, it sucks, but
It
you know,
sharded.
it doesn't mean much. Yeah, it charted. Yeah. The next song on this is "Keep Up." This one's also terrible. Um, this one he also screams a lot, like actually like screaming, screeching. Um, and this is the song when I was looking it up. Because in the lyrics of the song they talk about keep up. They talk about like what's this new style of music? It's called grime. So that English style of rapping is called grime music. And it's like there's like these two girls like talking to each other and they're like, "Oh yeah, that'll never take off or whatever." And like I guess KSI is like bragging about like his success so far with the style of music. Um and so yeah, that song sucks too. It charted number 45 on the UK charts. Um he keeps failing upwards, I guess. Um Next song is called Creature. The backing track I actually liked in this one, just the backing track though. Um but they turned down I noticed that they turned down KSI's vocals probably because he was screaming all the time. They like made it so low that you can barely hear him. Like they mixed it really low so you can mostly hear the backing track and not him.
Nice.
Um,
The way it should be.
that one didn't chart, but it was the one that I actually enjoyed something out of it. Um, These are all singles, by the way. There's Uncontrollable. Uncontrollable is like a lo-fi hip hop thing. He's not doing like the fast rapping as much, or at least the backing track isn't as annoying as the other grime songs that he was doing. Um, this is not. Um, so I wrote like, is he already abandoning the grime music style? Um, but he goes back to it in the next song. Uncontrollable charted 89 in the UK. Um,
Okay.
on point. Um, this is where he goes back to the grime style of rapping. You know, the da 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 thing. Um, for this one, this song, the backing track, it sounds. I don't know if they did this on purpose, but it sounds like, you know, when a dude is has the bass really low on his shitty Toyota Celica and it like shakes the frame of the Toyota Celica.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. They like purposely made the backing track sound like that, and I was like, oh god. Um. Uh. So I was like, now they're just trying to annoy people. Um. So those last two songs, Uncontrollable and On Point, they played those songs during the intermissions of his first fight with Logan Paul. So if you heard like some garbage rap music, that was it. During those podcasts. Okay. So he made an album called New Age. After this, like this is like his first, I think, legit album that he made. It's not a single that he posted on his YouTube channel. Like he signed with I think a record label. I forget which one it was. Um, so New Age, the title track, which is also called New Age, sounds a lot better than the shit that he was doing before. It sounds like not in my opinion, but like in other people's opinion, because I don't like Linkin Park, but it sounds like Linkin Park. So New Age sounds like Linkin Park. It's still garbage, but it's more tolerable garbage to me. And it kind of shows that other people were able to tolerate it more because it charted 17 on the UK charts. Um, Down Like That is the next song up. This song he used for his entrance against Logan Paul in his second fight. So this was his entrance music. Um, Down Like That charted 10 on the UK charts. And the backing track I wrote down sounds like German butt F music. It has that like bow wow sound to it. Um, Rapping is boring in that one. Okay. Now we're at his now we're at what is it called? KSI's last album that he's made so far, his most recent one, and the last album for this entire video. So I believe that his album is called Down Like That. No, I'm sorry. Um his last album is called All Over the Place. Um and the album debuted #1 on the UK charts. So to date, this is his most successful like outing. Um and what is it called? And this is actually the album that's most listenable to me. Because it doesn't sound, he like completely got rid of the grime sound because it was probably annoying the fuck out of people, and he realized that he could probably get farther with like a more pop sound, because all these songs sound more pop and like techno EDM.
Mm-hmm.
Um so the first song is called Really Love, and it has Craig David on it. Craig David is like a guy who used to sing like smooth R&B hits in the early 2000s, kind of like an English Chris Brown. Um, and this song charted #3 on the UK charts. #3, so he's broken the top 5 with this album. He had another song called Don't Play, and Don't Play was very Europop. It sounds like something you would hear at the mall, like at a Victoria's Secret or something like that. That one charted number 2. And that was his highest charting UK single. So his this album is just getting hit after hit after hit, because he abandoned uh, that shitty sound that he had before and started going more for poppy sounds. Um, okay, now this next song is what tipped me off to ASI sounding completely different. And I actually was like, oh, the song actually sounds decent. It's called this song was Patient. Um, and I saw when I was really getting into like listening to music more often, I saw the YouTube channel Rumi Official like do a reaction to this, and I was like, oh, I'm surprised he actually what is it called? The song actually sounds like a pop song instead of like a shitty rap song like he was doing before. And he learned to sing in key for this song,
Oh wow.
and so he's actually singing in the song. He's not just rapping. And it's like a shitty like pop song that you would hear on the radio, or like you know, like a mall hit like the last one. This song charted number 3 in the UK. So he's got like 2, 3, like 5. He's like he's like all over the place on the top of the top of the UK charts. Um uh Another song, Holiday. Holiday sounds like something you would hear on like a commercial for like a getaway cruise to the Bahamas or something. Um and so this song is like this song is like the farthest he goes into like singing and like doing pop music. This one charted number 2, and this one I wrote down. It goes to show that learning to sing is best for everybody. Like just being in key and stuff like that, and like give people what they want to hear, and like make them feel like pleasant instead of annoying the shit out of them, and you'll get farther. Just generally. Um Get rid of your shitty bass and your Toyota Celica sound.
Yeah.
Um and with that concludes our video. I'm not a fan of KSI. Uh is what is it called? His songs speak for themselves. I'm pretty sure this last album charted what's it called? All over the place. Charted in the US. Um I believe charted somewhere in the US. I think it broke the top 50. And so that's like a pretty big get. I think it's a bit higher than what Roy Jones did. And so for this one, it has to be, what is it called? He has to be at the S tier. So just because of that.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
at the top of the mountain, fucking peanut head over here. That's it. So what is it called? Um, we're gonna wrap it up at that. That's what it was. We'll be what is it called?
It is what it
We'll be
is.
following all this stuff.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Don't put the no. Stop putting the
Um,
Oscar big.
it is what it is. Um, what is it called? The more you know about like I guess people's stuff, like the more you can branch out. Just goes to show that like you can branch out to the other things. You can what is it called? You can try different things. You can like do your best. You can be cringe. You can be a cokehead. You can be annoying, like super annoying, and lose to Jake Paul, but they took it away by points. Um, and you could like what is it called? You could completely fail all that stuff. So that's the end of the video. Tony, any final thoughts?
Um, no, not really. Except that all everybody needs to stay away from music. Nobody do music anymore except for musicians.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
stick to acting. All
so with
boxers just go be actors or something.
Yeah, it's kind of that's like it's pretty bad. Um, so with that, we bid you adieu. That was the video. Um, if you like more of this, what is it called? Put a comment down there. If you didn't like it, put a comment down there. Give us a thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever you thought. And what is it called? Uh, Listen to Schizophrenia Cast. We got plenty of other stuff. We got fight comments. Um, we have the movie reviews that you guys seem to like. We'll be posting a lot of those. And we have our original podcast. You can check that out too.
Yeah, whenever
Um,
we feel like doing it.
yeah,
Um,
whenever we get a chance to do it is more like
there's a lot of good
uh,
movies out there right
more
now. I
accurate.
mean, there's a lot of good, well, not good movies, but there's a lot of movies coming out right now. So there's gonna be a good amount of movie reviews.
Yeah.
We got to
And
catch
with
up with
that,
some of the
we'll
popular
say,
ones.
oh yeah, that's another one. Yeah, we're
Hmm.
gonna be doing more of what we think you guys want to see, right, Tony?
Yeah, well, just movies that are coming out. You know what I mean? Keep up with the times or whatever. I don't. Um, we'll do reviews of the classics, but I don't want our whole channel to just be classics. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
get
and
ready
stuff
for.
uh and probably stuff that we like also that not a lot of people are that not a lot of people talk about, right?
Mm-hmm. Some hidden gems, as per se. Hidden gems, you say? All right, so that's an inside joke.
Yeah.
Whoever
So
knows that, they should know.
is that from Zelda?
No, no, it's a really really inside joke.
Okay. Well, okay then. So with that, we bid you adieu, and we'd like to finish by saying that music is fake and gay. Thank you.
Rats off to you.